Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set, 36, out low. 36. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run on first down. It's Rice. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 4.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
And he's going to go down again. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now it's Peterson. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Don't let it free. Play it top deep. Don't let it free, defense.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, Orvin.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hart. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give... Up 10 on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Airing this one out for Fitzgerald, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. Step, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now Lewis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brooks Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check, 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
They run. This is Lewis. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Double tight, guys, double tight.
On second down now, it's Rice. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive. And then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And able to find Kirk complete. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. Johnson running right. Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brooks Reed able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Jones has it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive...
And got his man, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bradshaw. Open man is Kirk, complete. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona 1st. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. That's complete to Bolden. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Touchdown.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. He finds his man Johnson. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Bradshaw, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
On the return is Jones. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson now. Going to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now a toss coming right side. Rice, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
A 51-yard gain.
Exit.
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Off play action. Bradshaw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Ready?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Bradshaw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kevin White, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. On 1st down, it's Rice. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. Snead's got it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
43. Check, 43.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going. I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. On second down, it's Rice. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The tackle there by Antoine Woods. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
That's trash. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Jackson, option right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Interception, baby, all day. All day.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Dawson tacks on the point after, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Jackson operating from the gun. It's complete to Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
12 more yards there and another first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
This is Lewis, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Powerful running. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Derek Shelby takes him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Ravens, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.